This is the Redmi A3, which costs as low as 96,000 naira. It's every budget user's dream because of its affordability, and I'm really impressed at how much it delivers, being the most affordable smartphone released in 2024 so far. But what do you actually get for that price? Because its similarly priced processors didn't deliver as much. Before I move on, please, I need you to smash that subscribe button for more amazing content like this one. Thanks so much, I love you because I bet you just subscribe. So we're kicking things off with the unboxing experience. Though this Redmi A3's retail box isn't as complete as that of other Redmi phones, the items here are pretty sufficient. We're getting a couple of manuals, a SIM ejector tool, USB-C cable and a charging brick. I guess we didn't get a pair of earphones or a protective case, but it's not a deal breaker. I'm gonna tell you, when I first saw this design I was like, damn! It's one of the best budget phone finishes I've ever seen, if not the best. So this phone comes in 3 colors, the blue, black and green colors. The blue and black are awesome and pretty, but due to having a plastically glass rear, it's susceptible to fingerprint smudges, which I'm not a fan of. And since there's no protective case in the box, you would resort to constantly wiping the back of the phone. But the green color variant comes with a green leather-like texture, and I'll tell you why they did this by the end of the video. But it does hide any form of fingerprint and should feel plush while being held in the hand. The phone has sharp edges which make it stand completely still on its own, and I've not even talked about the crown jewel of the design. Not so many phones, even flagship phones, adapt this kind of design trend, and the fact that it's here makes it nice to have. The camera module juts out comfortably and wouldn't cause stable wobbling because of the circular shape and the center placement. I personally love the design. Do you love it as well? Do let me know in the comment section. Turn around to the display, don't expect too much because it is exactly what its price spells. It's a 6.71 inch IPS panel with 90Hz refresh rate and 480 nits of brightness. I was personally disappointed at the brightness level. If it could go up to at least 800 nits, I would have been more satisfied, but the reason is that I had too much expectations. That's not impressive, but what impressed me is the Gorilla Glass 3 protection, which isn't something to laugh about on a phone at this price. The software is MIUI slapped on Android 14 Go edition, and this is quite a weird looking MIUI, don't you think? Because of similarity to stock Android, and the reason for this is the fact that they had to make this software experience as light as possible for the phone to run smoothly. So no Android updates, no crazy MIUI features and so on. The fact that the software can't run smoothly as regular MIUI is attributed to performance, because powering this phone is the MediaTek Helio G36, which is an entry-level chipset released last year. So without wasting your time, I gotta be brutally honest with you. Don't run Call of Duty Mobile or Genshin Impact or any demanding title that comes to mind, because you'll be very disappointed, and so few of them won't even install in the first place. If you want to do things on this phone, let it be basic apps and games like Subway Surfers, Instagram, Facebook, etc., and they will run okay. So that camera looks beautiful. What's in it actually? An 8MP rear camera with an auxiliary lens for depth perception, and the 5MP selfie camera. Oh, yet again, don't be surprised because of its price point, but I'm disappointed in a way. I feel it's a crime against humanity to use 8MP of resolution on a rear camera in 2024. But with enough lighting, this phone's camera can churn out good results, though it's evident it's not very good. And the video on both front and rear is capped at 1080p. All these you spend doing on this phone would be long lasting, as there's a huge 5000 mAh battery on board, and it can last well into the second day if you allow it to. But I'm not impressed in the charging department, because this phone supports only 10 watts of charging, which takes 2 to 3 hours to fill up. Yet again, don't expect too much. So that said, why does this phone even exist, and should you buy it? Well, the reason for this phone's existence is pretty quirky. This phone doesn't have a good feature set as other budget smartphones of last year, which released at even a cheaper price, but the design will surely hook people in, and it will mess in our minds in such a way we might not even care about its caveat, because nowadays everyone wants a pretty phone. But should you spend 96,000 naira on this phone? I can only recommend this phone to kids or those who are getting their first phone, because I'm not sure previous phone owners are going to put up with the daily flaws experienced while using it. In addition to the 64GB, 3GB variant, there's also a 128GB, 6GB variant which costs 116,000 naira. Imagine paying that amount for a budget phone, but I guess that's the world we live in now. Thanks so much for watching. Hit like button and subscribe to the channel. Love you all so much.